Do you want to have really good communication skills? Or you want to have really good confidence in front of people? Or you want to crack the interview? Or you want that your English should be good? Or you want to have the presentations and seminars in front of people? If you want anything out of these, then I have a good news for you. If you want the good English, if you want good personality skills, if you want the good interview skills, if you want presentations, seminars, if you want to give any of these things, then I have a really good news for you. That is, we have an institute at the Bilaspur, one of the leading institute in spoken English, that is Avskilldevelopment Center, Bilaspur. That is nearby College Chalk. So we are providing all these type of courses in our institute. We are mainly providing one main course in which we are including all these things, and we are just trying that we will give the more practical knowledge and more results for the students in the 45 days course. We are having, first of all, we are having three type of courses. First is the basic course, second is medium course, and third is advanced course. If you are talking about the basic course and the medium course, in these courses we try to work on some of the problems like English. If we are not good in the English, some of the people like Himachal, most of the people are really not that much good in the English, speaking in English. If I'm going to talk about the confidence, so we work on these courses on our confidence, our communication skills, our presentation skills, and how to give the interviews and how to crack the interviews. So mainly we cover 6 things in the course, in a main course. First thing is our spoken English, that our English should be good. It should be good whenever we're talking to someone, then it should be good to according to our accent, according to our grammar, it should be good, right? The second thing is we work on the confidence, like confidence of speaking in front of people, confidence of speaking in front of an interviewer. We work on that. Third thing, we work on the interview skills. We work on the interview skills a lot during of the 45 days of the course. We are having 5 or 6 times you have the interview process through which you have to give your interview and have the practice of how to give the interview. We will just make you write down some of the main questions in the interview and how to deal with these questions. If somebody interviewer asks you this thing, then what will be the answer? And if you want to watch more about this video, so you can watch out the links or down below in the description. I have given the links in which I have given my 3 or 4 videos in which I talk about some of the interview questions, what are the answers of that question, and how to deal with the interview, and some of the main basic requirements of having the interviews. So third thing, that we are dealing with the interview skills in that course. And fourth and fifth thing is presentations and seminars. It's very much important that how to deal with the presentations. Like if you have to give a presentation somewhere, you have to give a seminar. So most of the people are just scared. They're just afraid to give the presentation or seminar. So we will work on that and we will tell you how to make the presentation and how to make the deliver the seminar or presentation in front of people. And the last thing is the competitive English. We're having 1 day reserve out of the whole week. In that week, we only work on the competitive English. We only work on the things like which are important in the English grammar. Whenever there is a government test or the private test or whatever test there is, that on that thing we work on the grammar in the on the Thursday. We're having one particular day, that Thursday, in which we work on the grammar. So we cover all these 6 things during our 45-day course. For more detail, let me tell you week by week how we deal with that. In the first week, we work on the basic things about the English, like the present, past, future, how to say the things in the present. You have to ask someone something like what did you cook yesterday, कि आपने कल क्या बनाया था, आपको कैसे वो चीज बोलना है. We work on that stuff in the first week of our course. In the second week, we start to work on interview skills and the group discussions, how to discuss the things in the group, how to do the group discussion, because it is the first step of getting anywhere. Whenever you're going for a private sector or the big post in the government sector, group discussion is must. You should know how to deliver your things in the group discussion. And interview skills, that we are going to do in the second week. In the second week, I will discuss with you everything about the interviews, like what are the questions, how to answer that question, why should we hire you, and what are your strengths, your weaknesses, some of the hard decisions, and your introduction, most important. So we deal with this question on the second week, and we just try that you give 1 or 2 time interview in the second week. In the third week, we just start to having the things towards presentations, seminars, that how to give the presentation, how to give the seminar in front of people. First of all, how to make the presentation, how to deliver the presentation, and what are the starting, how to start the presentation, how to end the presentation. We do all these things in the week third, and the seminars also. We'll just try to cover all these things in the third week. In the fourth week, we talk about the general English. Like we having first week, second week, third week, fourth week. There is specific things that we do in every week, but it is not that we are leaving the English. The English is going with them. In the week, there are 2 days in which we will do the presentation in the third week. The 4 remaining days, we are going to do work on the spoken English. It is not the thing that we are leaving the spoken English. Like we are focusing on in that week particularly on the presentation and seminar, but we are not leaving the spoken English, right? That is going with us. And in the fourth week, we start to have more things about the journal English, how to say the things in the English, and some communication problem they are coming to the student. We discuss them and we just try to solve them. And in the fifth week, from after the fourth week, nobody is allowed to talk in Hindi in the class. Everybody have to talk in English in the class, because most of the people should get that environment. Because if you know English, everything, but you're not talking in English in the class, then you're not good. Like you won't get that confidence that how to talk in front of people, how to just discuss with some things in front of people. So that is the thing we used to do in the fifth week, 6th week, and 7 weeks. We just do that stuff. We just shine our English, and we just try that we do each and everything according to our in the English. And we are having 3 totally weeks to having train you in the English and how to speak English and how to make the English better. So these are some of the basic things that we used to do in our course. The first week is for the basic thing, second week is for interview and the group discussion, third week we work on the presentations and seminars, fourth week work on the journal English, and after that, how many days we are left, we work on these things and shine these things the much as possible over there, right? And there are, let me tell you the day wise what we do. In the first day, second day, we are having the 2 days in which we do the particularly thing. Like in the second week, we are doing the interviews and the group discussion. So we will only focus on the interview and the group discussion 2 days out of the week. In the Thursday, we having on the Thursday we do the competitive English things, like we just have to do something competitive English questions and answers, how to answer with them, how to deal with them. These are some of the things we're gonna do. Like at the last, let me promise you one thing: you won't regret if you come to the institute. Your English will be very much good, but if you get 30 minutes at the home, because we having some video practicing as well, that is very much important to do the home. After first week, we start to have the video practicing at home also, because that is also very important. You're going to give only 30 minutes at your home, minimum 30 minutes. The more you want to give, the much better your English will be. And after the 45 days, you will finally, you will watch all the results, all the changes that in you. Please give us a chance to solve yourself, and please subscribe our channel, like the video, and please share it to your friends, so that they will be good in English also, and they will be good in the presentation, in the personality development and interview skills, so that no Indian, no Himachali would be underconfident in front of other people, or would be underconfident whenever he is going out of the station or going out of the state. So these are all the things that I want to discuss. Please share this video so that your friends can also take the advantage of this institute and they can improve themselves a lot. Thank you guys. Thank you for listening.